Covenant flooded the docks. We tried to surrender, but they didn't want prisoners. Many of us were gutted and thrown into the sea. A few. We scattered. Some barred themselves inside, but the daggers put everything to the torch. If it wasn't for that crazy dark elf, I'd be fattening fish. You can't look for her now. Fishermen from the docks are trapped in the windmill. Rescue them before they...
while the fishermen get away. I'm all right. Go find Trinhild and Rana. They're on the other side of the docks.
It just ignored the flute. If this Nyx hound hadn't saved me, I would have been eaten. I must have worried her terribly. Please, the hound that attacked me, it's sick, it's rabid. Further up the path, if it wanders down to the docks, my wound might be infected. If you can take care of the hound, I'll limp back to Bisholis.
She's alive. Hurt and frightened, but alive. I have little to offer by way of reward other than my thanks. I doubt you'll remember two simple fishes.
So, how did it go? Excellent, yes? I'll let the commanders here know of our success. I hope we'll see.
I fell fighting beside Captain Rana. She hid me here and ran onto the ship. She's after the Covenant commander. He's the one who burned Bleak Rock.
The commander of this vessel is the one who led the slaughter at Bleak Rock. This ship will be his grave. Below decks. Follow me. The Breton dies here. Are you ready? Good. Here he comes.
Move! Now!
Burn it!
I understand I have you to thank for driving the Covenant from these docks. The Pact owes you a debt. It's like the sun on your scales, isn't it? We almost lost these docks. All these people would have died without your intervention. Thank you. Saving lives is never a small victory. Head to Davin's Watch and speak with Holgen. Make sure they've been warned about the Covenant.
And selling. I reckless my misery.
It's a shame about all those Fort Zeren refugees. Thank goodness you were at the docks, though.
A little bit of this.
Well...
Have something you...
No sudden moves now.
Aye? Are you then? Tag along in my skiff if you'd like. Though I suppose it depends where you want to go.
You are the one I seek. Greetings. My benefactor wishes to speak to you about a matter that could affect the fate of our world. If my benefactor wished to discuss details in the open, why send a messenger? The matter is for your ears only. The Sadrino House in Davon's Watch, between Artisans Row and the Market District. Do not tarry.
By the divines, the ale servers in this place get uglier by the day. Is that right? Well then, sounds to me like you could... A league of like-minded adventurers. Every one of us eager for riches and glory. Sound like anyone you know? So what do you say? You sure? Dungeon delving and monster fighting is not for the weak of heart. Good, but that's the easy part. The hard part is proving yourself. Fungal Grotto seems like a good test. A dark, dank cave few return from. See if you can best whatever's inside. If you survive...
Did you come here for crafting certificate? You here for crafting certification? Don't worry, there's no cost involved. Your alliance covers all my fees. Once you're certified, they'll let you fulfill the crafting writs. They're daily requests for crafted goods, but they're only available to certified crafters. If you can show me you know your craft, I'll get you certified. I can train and certify blacksmiths, clothiers, and woodworkers. If that sounds like something you'd want, we can get started. Of course. What do you want to know? Anything with metal in it, and I don't mean horseshoes and calipers, bows, shields, cloth, and leather goods. The crafting writs want pieces of light cloth. Excellent! Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else. Prove you know your way around a forge and I'll certify you. But you have to commit. I can only train one discipline at a time. I want you to craft a simple iron dagger. First you'll mine some iron ore, then refine the ore into iron ingots. You'll use those ingots to make the dagger. Yes, you have to prove you know your way around a blacksmithing station. Those are the rules. There's a place outside of town.
I'll need a new blade before I go into the field again.
3 keep you, traveler. Welcome to the Darvan's Watch Guildhall. The Fighters Guild. Have you come to join our worthy crusade? We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk about it for a moment? Good, good. I know we'll be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Sees All Colors here is our new guildmaster. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their dark anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains fall from the sky. Plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Smart question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know when the council will come looking for more hands. Guildmaster Jofnir passed away recently, and very suddenly. We always thought he'd die with a blade in his hand, but he passed in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, our blades are in service to the Guild. We're neutral in the war between the 3 alliances. Some of us follow the Dragon Banner and King Yoren, of course, but every race, every creed, belongs under the Guildhall's roof. Then welcome to the family, as an associate of the Fighters Guild.
Comrade, we have need of you. Will you fight by our side? The Guild has accepted an unusual contract. We've agreed to eradicate Daedric anchors when they drop from the sky. Wherever they appear, Molag Bal's minions soon follow. As we speak, 2 of my Guardians investigate rumored anchor sites. Merrick and Aleph are the best the Guild has to offer. Meet up with them in the hills west of Darvan's Watch. You can proceed from there. I know you'll change the river's course, comrade. They're investigating the wilds nearby, above the starved plains. A powerful benefactor. She hates that monsters can ruin the lives of everyday folk. Our benefactor has put gold behind her principles, and so we put our strength behind her cause. They are the tendrils of Cold Harbor, reaching into Nirn. The minions of Molag Bal erect dark shrines in his honor, landing sites for these horrors. The coin this contract brings is good, and in this time of trouble, we need a focus. Yes, I am new to my role as Guildmaster. The death of my mentor, Yofnir Iceblade, has been hard on the guild. He was well liked among the rank and file. I hope the river has carried his soul where it wanted to go. He's a proud Redguard warrior, one of our best, and a follower of Stendarr. Merrick's full title is Resolute Warhorn. He's sworn to fight the Spawn of Oblivion wherever they touch Tamriel. Proof that the guild accepts all kinds. A Khajiit. She does as much damage with her wicked tongue as with her curved blade. Taciturn, rude sometimes, but a cunning fighter. A powerful benefactor. She hates that monsters can ruin the lives of everyday folk. Our benefactor has the size of the task. Our benefactor has asked we call in every guildmate, from the lowest associate on up. Every member of the Fighters Guild has been tasked with ending this Daedric corruption.
There's an urgent task for you. Only the finest merchants.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute!
Open for business.
Have you come from Balfoyan? What news do you have? Yes, soldier. Thank you. We're giving the Covenant a good fight. Without your warning, Davon's Watch would be in their hands. Feels good to save a city, doesn't it? The Covenant is attacking Davon's Watch. The Devils bombarded the northern district. Now they're ashore preparing to attack. I need every able hand in the battle to come. And you'll stand where you're needed. Right now, Grandmaster Tunvol Indural's at a manor in the north of the city. He's got a smart plan, but he needs help. Follow me or meet me there. Your choice. This port's the key to Stonefalls. That's why these Covenant bastards are attacking. They're keen to take the city, but we aren't going to let them. The Nords are here to defend the Pact. You'll find the manor along the north city wall. I'll be there with Tunvol.
Feels like I
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe.
We raise fine horses.
You, Reveler. Dark tidings are upon us. The Crowborn horror encroaches upon our realm. If it is left alone, it will ultimately pierce the veil and threaten all the inhabitants of Nirn. Whether for altruism, a powerful wraith of crows from the Evergloam, its approach is inevitable. But there is hope. Aspects of the horror are already manifesting in our realm, in the form of cursed feathers that grow upon... When you gather enough, you will be able to fashion an effigy of the horror. Once we imbue it with energy from the Evergloam, it will allow you to lure the creature into a pocket realm. Then you must gather the cursed feathers. They may be found growing upon the most vile creatures throughout Tamriel, and hidden among the feathers of crow-like beings. I sense them everywhere. Once you collect enough to make the effigy, we can begin. They are manifestations of the Evergloam. As the Crowborn horror draws ever near, its energy builds in the form of dark feathers that grow upon creatures like an infection. These feathers won't harm you, however, in case you have any reservation. You don't know? It is Nocturnal's realm, a place of shadows and darkness. It is in...
Can you believe it? Dragons, in your own homeland. What are you going to do?
This one does not know, but he hopes his family is safe in River.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute.
No one.
You're back. I take it you found enough ore? Refining ore into ingots is a good way to build your muscles. Well, in one arm. Best to switch every now and then. Otherwise, you'll be lopsided. Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith. Every race has a traditional material they work into their weapons and armor. For example, the Imperial style material is nickel. I should know. Every day in the Legion camps, I worked a pile of it. The Nord style material is corundum. Let's start with that. You can learn how to craft with another race's style material by studying racial motif books. They're quite rare, mostly held by collectors, so watch for them in your travels.
No one keeps their forges hotter than Varney. You'd have to journey to the heart of Ash Mountain to find a fire this strong. You're welcome to work, if you think you can handle it. We put hammer to anvil to forge armor and weapons. This requires a lot of metal. We scour hills and caves looking for rare ores to work. Raw materials will only take you so far. You need style books and special ingredients for more advanced work. You bet. A true blacksmith can read the metal to determine its potential. During the forging process, we can choose a trait that best fits the item, provided we've done our research. Additional sharpening, extra weight, these are just examples. Well, the piece can be augmented even more through the use of tempers. These elements can enhance the value and quality of your work. Of course, no worthwhile endeavor comes without risk. Trying to improve an item can result in breaks, so be careful. No one keeps them. No one keeps their... No one keeps their forges hotter than Varney.
craft an iron dagger, you'll need some iron ingots and a style material. The trick is the style material, but I'm sure you know that. Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something in. You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct. It's a fancy way to say take something apart. You'll regain some components, of course. You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise. Of course, I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting rituals. Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else. A good woodwork. I want to know if you can craft. Absolutely. Bows are challenging. Bring the rough maple to a woodworking station. Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. I prefer to work with maple. I prefer to work with maple. It's reliable. Craft a maple bow at a woodworking station. Craft a maple bow. A good bow will get... Excellent! Now we can talk about deconstruction. I've seen Certainly. There's only one more certification I can... If you convince me, show me you can craft a pair of homes. Of course! I spotted some raw jute growing...
Well...
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game.
Search grassy areas in the wilderness for raw jute. You should find enough if you look around. Raw jute is plentiful if you know where to look. Just don't chew on it. It can really do a number on your... Well, just head to the clothing station and craft a pair of homespun gloves. You shouldn't need much. You mean half-hide braces? Craft a pair... Craft a pair of... You know, I'm a master clothier. Yeah. Wonderful. Now for deconstruction. You're more than capable with needle. Already done. You'll now be able to fulfill... I have nothing left to teach. Have you spoken with Daniel Toleno? He can certify you in enchanting, alchemy, and provisioning. Last I heard... Of course. What do you want to know? I can explain how to craft stronger items with more materials, tell you about the improvement of existing items, or discuss research and traits. You can easily create more powerful weapons, armor, and shields. Simply increase the amount of refined material during an item's creation. Of course, each material has its own limits. At some point, it's just waste. You can greatly improve weapons, armor, and shields with certain rare materials. These materials are unique to each craft. Bring any tempers you find to a blacksmithing station. You can improve the quality of forged weapons or heavy armor. A word of warning, unless you have enough tempers, you can lose your item while improving it. Be sure you know the risks. Some weapons, armor, and shields possess rare traits that distinguish them from others. Every kind of item has its own unique set of traits. Once you research a trait, bring any item with a trait to the appropriate crafting station and research it. You'll lose the item in the process, but you'll learn the trait. The more traits you already know for an item, the longer new traits take to research. Plan accordingly. You can greatly improve weapons, armor, and shields with certain rare materials. These materials are unique to each craft. You'll want to bring bring any item with a trait to the... You can greatly improve weapons. If you bring tannins to a clothing station, you can improve... Of course. What do you want to know? Fair question. I was an apprentice clothing. Armies need all kinds of weapons.
Holgen said you were reliable. I trust his instincts, and I know there is much work to do. The Covenant closes on us like Nyx hounds on a kill. They think they've already won the city. They're entirely wrong. They are doomed to the last man. You are the plan. There's a relic beneath the city, guarded by spirits of my ancestors. For me to fight them would be blasphemy, but you aren't of House Indoril. The entrance is through the tombs across the square. Bring the relic here. Only that you need to bring it. I tried to reason with my ancestors, but they do not understand our peril. You must succeed where I cannot. Did you recover the relic? That was one of my ancestors. He refuses to recognize the threat facing us today. It's time to turn the tables on the Covenant. For that, you must buy me some time. I need time to prepare the ritual that will bring this to an end. We have to delay the Covenant troops to the south. Ask Holgan. He's commanding the defense of the West Gate. If you need a guide, speak to Garin.
My orders are to help you. Then we should go. Father said the Yakaviri War was like this. Such senseless death and destruction. Commander Holgan, I have duties with my father. Fight well.
I've been reviewing our defenses. It's not good. The Covenant is bringing up ballistae and siege ladders. Time to show them what we've got. Do? Burn those ballistae. Same for the ladders. Burn them to ash. I'll be leading a sortie from the gate. Meet us when you're done. It'll be glorious.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors! Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game, Tales of Tribute!
river flows so slowly. A living soul. It has been so long. To walk the river again. I and the other Saxhleel have not returned willingly. We Argonians were slaves to the Chimer in our time. The Chimer would not willingly release us to Aetherius. To set their souls free on the river, you will have to destroy the Keepers.
He's that blasted lizard. I remember when I'd hunt here for days and not see a soul. The war was on and people stayed behind walls or stuck to roads. Those days are behind us. Like I said, I was hunting. But now that the volcano's erupted, I'm headed to Deshaun. Don't want to get cooked. I'll be leaving as soon as my swit of a partner shows up. You haven't run into an Argonian named Stans in Stillwater, have you? He's a good friend, but he never shuts up. Nothing still about him. He was supposed to meet me here, but I've waited too long already. If you're heading north of Ash Mountain, can you keep an eye out for him? He should have a camp up there. Thanks. Not many willing to help these days, especially a dusty Ashlander like me. We'd planned to rest up at the Darvanus' farm near Cragganmore before passing through the Deshaun Gate. He should know it. That's right. Though in truth, I have no clan. I make my living hunting and trading. Stillwater and I try to keep to the wilds and stay out of the way. They're alive and well, but that's a longer story that I don't have time for. Stillwater is a bit of an outcast himself. He escaped House Drez as a slave before the pact was signed. I think that's why we've stuck together for so long.
Hold there, Sarah!
Have we been led into Era?
Ah, you've arrived. There's much... I've got a message for you. It's a message from Drathus Othral, the leader of the Dark Elf Quarter in Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby... No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to...
The three keep you, Traveler. Are you willing to risk heresy to save the soul of Ebonheart? The disciple of our tribunal temple has lost his faith. He says the three no longer speak to him. He sent me to pray for him at shrines to Olmalexia, Vivec, and Sothasil, just outside town. But I was driven away by a foul smell and angry Aelit. I don't know. The smell may have driven the beasts into a frenzy. Perhaps, if you'd be willing, would you burn these flowers at each shrine? If the three respond, tell Disciple Sildris. Perhaps that... I'll pray for an answer to your voice at the shrines. Praying for prayers. Perhaps Vivec will appreciate how circular that is. I don't know why Sildris thinks the three would abandon us. We have observed all the proper rites. These flowers, for one. Roland's tears. The rarest of the gold carnet and sacred to the three. It is a powerful offering.
We want no trouble, Outlander. My injury doesn't keep me from stringing a bow. A Nyx hound attacked our caravan. He savaged my leg and carried off one of our guar. No. Lately we've sighted savage creatures in the wastelands. They're more than a match for our tribe's hunters. Great rewards await any hunter who can bring them to ground. The first is Varnog, a feral Nyx hound. The next is worse, Blyger, a vicious and territorial bullnedge. Worst of all is a clanfear named Gerlisk. He's the least vicious of the three, but look what he did to my leg. We met him on the road southeast of Ebonheart. Our best guess is he escaped from a goblin tribe, or ate them. He floats along the shore west of here. Do not ask me the origin of his name. I assume it stems from the way netches float through the air. Strange story, that. Summoned by an old conjurer who lived in the hills east of Kraganmore. The conjurer died, but it stayed. No one knows why, and no hunters ever tracked it to its lair. We drove our guar here to trade. The Ashlands give our tribe many things such as food and shelter. They aren't as generous with medicinal potions or steel. Ha! Even if we would have the housemen, they wouldn't have us. They won't even let us within their walls to trade. We must stay outside, bedding with their animals. But because they're heretics. Or because we are, whichever you prefer. We hold true to the faith of our ancestors. The worship of Azura, Boethia, and Mephala. They believe the three elders of their tribunal are gods. We know the truth. The so-called three are murderers and necromancers. Now? Here? No, I've already said too much. I have no love for the housemen, but my people need their wares. Ask someone else. The first is Varnog, a feral nixhound. The next is worse, Bliger, a vicious and territorial bullnetch. Worst of all is a clanfear named Gerlisk.
Honor for the pack. What brings you to this god's forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? To Sovngarde with them. Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses. Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way. We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course. You want us to help drive off the daggers? You better prove the rest of the pack can fight like a Nord. Get yourself a drink, grab a weapon, or a Ponzi spell if that's your preference, and duel 3 of my... We fight drunk! We've got a keg of...
I tried the drink at the inn. I tried the drink at the...
Some of the boys... Good day.
Yeah, I work with this lot of rowdy Nords. It's a struggle, but an artist...
Good day. What do you...
I tried the drink at the inn.
Some of the boys... That's the spirit! Bring one for me! Some of the boys like to flirt. Try to put up a decent fight. Oh, Saber Cat.
I tried the drink.
I tried to drink at the inn.
Good day. Are you asking? This won't take long.
All right. You got me.
I signed up. Don't be timid. You're tougher than you look. Ah!
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that. I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the Pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano. Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep. But he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood. Even good rift spruce. What a skeever. Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since. Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come.
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me. Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires. Yet the question a man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildris's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivec's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivec beyond these? Vivec is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How the sermons of Vivec are beside every bed. Vivec's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes his people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivec, for Vivec would have it so.
Run, friend! Get out of here before the Covenant soldiers come back. I'm staying put, so I can direct other survivors to safety. But if I see another dagger uniform, I'm leaving. They came up the road from the east, killing and looting as they went. A few of us managed to escape. I wish I knew. Salu Othris is our overseer. Her husband Garvis was organizing a defense of the stables. I didn't see where the matriarch and her daughter went, but her boys headed for the pools. I'd start with the sons, Daedrus and Mavis. The last I saw, they were running for the sulfur pools. It's dangerous in there. The water boils, and wild shot come up from underground. May Vivec guide your steps, traveler. Mining sulfur, of course. We get it from the pools. Alchemists pay a premium for it. They use it in potions, but they don't want to gather it themselves. Take a deep breath. It smells like rotten eggs here, night and day. It gets in your clothes and your hair. Most alchemists are just too proper to put up with the smell.
The soldiers are gone? Thank Almalexia! I thought no one would come before they got tired of taunting. I'll make a run for it. Please, find my brother Mevis.
Death would be a relief.
Damn the ancients and their hubris. Careful, traveler. A curse is loose on Heimlin Keep. You walk up. A troop of Covenant soldiers happened upon the keep. They attacked, thinking we were a military outpost. We tried to fend them off,
but they fought past our defenses and managed to enter the vault.
We've made a potion to help the afflicted, but we've run out, and we need components to make more. Gather spectral essences by slaying cursed spirits, and collect tainted hearts from the dead. Then take them south to Mirari. I must attend to the afflicted here. My wife Mirari could use your assistance. Disrupt the spirits and gather their dead hearts. It's grim work, but I'm not entirely sure. Some ghost of the past. Heimlin Keep sits atop a reliquary. We tend an archive of ancient magics, weapons, and relics. It's like a disease that weakens and saps your life force. It's fast and it's deadly. And you don't just die. Your soul comes back as a dire apparition. That's foul, ancient magic. That's the irony. We are researchers, scholars in pursuit of knowledge. We used our spellcasting might to hold our own against the daggers. But if they had not released the curse, odds are... House Telvanni hasn't joined the Ebonheart Pact, but we still have responsibilities in central Morrowind. We've kept watch over the reliquary under Heimlin Keep for generations.
Outlander! Will you hear my plea? Renegades from my tribe are if he won't listen...
Well?
Do you come bearing a sword, or are your palms open to the sky? Then you know the shape of the problem. Our Ashkan has laid siege to the Tribunal Temple. He knows I disapprove. He rallied the hot-headed warriors of our tribe while I was meditating. He snuck out while my back was turned. The monks must understand we are not their enemy. Take an offering of herbs and potions. The Ashkan took our store to his camp. His renegades are protecting them. Fight through them. Take the medicine. Deliver it to the temple. Can you do this? He acts against my wishes, but he is still our Ashkan, the patriarch of our tribe. I keep the Kagesh tribe moral and wise. He keeps them safe and strong. He is our right arm and sharpened steel. All his followers are my children. I would have him give up this folly and rejoin us. We should live in peace, far from the Houseman. If he won't listen to me, I'll have to step away from his side. So understand me, Outlander. If I must order...
Who's there? You're not part of my expedition. Interesting. This is no random chance. I believe you're the... We're searching these caverns for a sacred shrine that's been lost for ages. Our problem is that Dreg and goblins are overrunning the place. Goblins are slow-witted. If you kill their chieftain, they must accept you as their leader. Stick the chieftain's head on a spike somewhere the whole tribe can see. Then lead them to attack the Dreg. Once the Dreg's king is dead, we'll be free to explore. And to reward you handsomely, of course. Goblins are pathetic beasts. But we follow the ways... I'm sworn to secrecy, but... If you don't think the reward is...